if you've tried lots of things and you're continuing to try lots of career paths and things, it's often really, really negatively framed by your peers, your family and others. It may be that your family have had the same job for, their whole life, or same career at least, and very rarely had changed the jobs. And you may have peers who have a mild amount of jealousy because you've been able to try lots of things. And I want to reframe that, because I sit firmly in the camp of I have been many things and I have developed many sizable businesses, and I've effectively either closed them or sold them. And I've only done that because I could feel my soul dying inside. And ironically, they started off with happy, clappy excitement and ego all over the place, and I'm going to build this thing and all the rest of it. And then when the chips were down, and after years of pouring water uphill, grinding and whatever else, every single part of that business was a grind. It was a nightmare for my soul, or for me, or for my higher self. And it got to the point where the sadness was the darkness had set in so badly that I just had to sell it or close it and go do something else. And some were worse than others. Some I enjoyed a little bit, but I really didn't feel like it was for me. Some were actually making me sick because of how long I'd been at the coalface trying to make it work, etc. So what I want you to understand is, if you're a trier, just like me, I'm not talking about being flitting about when things get hard. I mean actually committing to something, learning it, executing it, doing it, and then after time served, realizing that you really don't like it, you don't feel any joy when you do it, there's no joy in the task or the job, whatever. Get out of there and go do something else, and reframe it as another bunch of skills you've put in your toolbox, because you'll never lose those things, and you learn some things, you develop skills, and you become either more employable, or indeed you'll take those skills with you to the next thing you do, because business is largely a multi-dimensional game where if you've learned bookkeeping in another business and marketing in another one, you just bring those with you to your new business. And so I really want this idea of failure, or certainly being so sad, miserable, and completely lacking in joy and excitement of the day-to-day, that you need to get out of there. I want to reframe that as your soul or higher self, God, the universe, telling you this is not your path. And don't worry, because you can reframe any negative and you can take it forward into the next positive. There's a fine line between staying the MF in course and doing hard things, but knowing when your soul isn't singing and you have no joy in the day-to-day, not even a strand of excitement any longer, to being able to get out of there. I am that guy. I set up my first proper company when I was around 21 years old, and I fast became the second best letting agency, an agency in the real estate or property, depending on whether you're the UK or America or overseas, in my country of Wales, which is a country within the United Kingdom. Second best letting agency after 18 months of trading, as voted by my customers. But I broke myself doing it. And what I didn't realize was I broke myself because, one, I worked myself really, really hard. And that's what you're supposed to do in your 20s. You're supposed to go at it like a madman or mad lady. But the reality is that if that thing brought me nothing but joy and was making my soul sing, I'd still be doing it now. And I would have iterated and expanded and iterated and expanded. But the reality is it was killing me slowly. And in the end, I just couldn't do it. And that's happened since. So if you find yourself in a place where you've tried lots of things, you've stayed the course, so you've studied, you've learned how to do it, you've executed, and you've done the thing, just remember, okay, if you hate it and it's not for you any longer, then it's probably not for you, okay? And you may have to do that thing right now, but there will come a time when you will find your thing and your soul will sing, and the work will not feel like work, it will feel like just a passage of time, a state of flow. And there's going to be hard times and there'll be parts of the job that you don't like, but largely the joy and excitement you get from doing that thing will mean that you've landed exactly where you're supposed to be at that particular moment. I'm not saying that won't wane, and maybe another strand of excitement will be pulled and you'll follow that path and it will just keep moving you along to find your true purpose in this life. But I want to really reframe trying lots of things and testing as you move through this life. So from me to you, with love, and go try lots of things, stay the course, do the hard work, but for you, move on.